Following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
We have an extremely awkward moment at the Breakfast Club. Okay, so recently, the Breakfast Club brought on Afrobeat star Tyla, who hails from South Africa, from South Africa, and Charlamagne the God asked her a question about her ethnicity, and the whole conversation just kind of took an awkward turn, took a real weird turn from there. And I think that this sparks a very interesting conversation that black folks don't like to have a lot of times. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and roll the videotape, and then we'll get into our discussion. All right?
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too.
Shut up, man.
I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like the carrot. That's good. That's even better. All right, Tyla.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
No.
Good?
I'm good. Why you guys?
We got some more.
Because the label, I want you to know this for other interviews, right? Okay. When they go in and they tell like the interviewers what to say and what not to say, this and that, that's what makes it awkward.
Yeah. I'm not. Are you awkward?
No.
I'm not awkward.
Mm-mm. You want to see all the questions they told us not to ask?
Yo, leave her alone, man. Stop
This
it.
one must leave the room.
Stop it. My goodness.
This one must go.
It's the worst ever working with him. I work with him every day.
Yeah.
Well, Tyla's album is
Much
out
success
right now.
to you, Tyla.
Yes,
Thank
girl.
Wow. So, all right. So, even though it was clearly an awkward moment, right? Clearly an awkward moment between Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, Just Hilarious, and Tyla. There are so many unspoken gems that were dropped in this very, very short clip. Black folks, understand, right, that our level of race obsession is not a shared experience for the rest of the quote-unquote black world. I am really mad at Tyla, or mad at Tyla's people for shutting that shit down. That shit with the race, with the whole thing with her race, that's gonna go over so many people's heads in the United States that I think it's a good thing that they shut it down, because a lot of people just don't really understand what's going on over there in South Africa. And honestly, it's not even worth the conversation. So yeah, her people had to gate that shit, because if she would have really started trying to explain it, it would have certainly got her canceled by black Americans. Straight up. And it appears if that's the crowd that she's trying to appeal to right now in her career. So it wouldn't have been a good idea. So yeah, I get it, right? But also, it's interesting to note. Black folks should use this as a lesson in the false ideology of Pan-Africanism. Now let's rewind back to the early 1990s. Black folks in America were some of the most vocal people in the entire world when it came to exposing the injustices of the apartheid era. Turn around, 25 years later? And them people care more about being closer to their European colonizers than they do being closer to you. And that's totally fine with me. But see, our problem as black folks in America is, we make issues of oppressed, we make it our issue. When oppressed non-white people across the globe are in conflict. And the whole time, they're not our problem at all. As black people in America, our biggest issue ain't the white man or colonizers at all. Our biggest issue is single mother households. Straight up. I don't care what problem you point to in the black community. It all goes back to the household and the fact that it is not complete and that there's no authority present in at least 70% of our households. That's the problem. It just is what it is. And the stats don't lie. So while you niggas is out here worrying about a country of niggas who let less than 10% of their population rule every aspect of their society, you need to be fixing your own shit. While you niggas are out here worried about a war in the Middle East that's got absolutely nothing to do with you, you should be worried about fixing your own shit. You ain't facing a genocide. You ain't facing apartheid. You're facing a niggercide. And it's kicking your ass on a daily basis. And you sitting up here worried about other people's shit. Man, let them handle their own shit. You don't gotta identify with Tyla just cause she a black guy. Whatever, man. The music is good. That's all I identify with. But all this Pan-African nonsense, man, you niggas is too obsessed with race and it's not gonna get you anywhere. Instead of being obsessed with race and trying to identify with all these motherfuckers across the whole world, nigga, identify with your ethnic group. Instead of trying to identify and sympathize and compare oppression, why don't you identify what the problem is? The problem is that your family unit is broken. And since your family unit is broken, your community will be broken. It's that simple. This shit ain't rocket science. You don't need Dr. Umar Johnson to build you a Pan-African school to get the point. Stop making bastard babies. I know it sounds harsh and I ain't trying to be harsh. Our community literally thinks that that's the okay way to be. That's the way to live. I see so many gender reveals and baby showers on my social media timeline. It don't make no damn sense. I ain't seen near wedding from none of you niggas. Where the weddings at? Oh damn, no damn baby shower, man. And you know what else? You know what else niggas is doing to make up for the fact that they ain't had no wedding? They spending thousands and thousands of dollars on their kids' proms. Them little niggas ain't even going to college. And if they are going to college, they going to college with thousands of dollars in loans. But you spending thousands and thousands of dollars renting Lamborghinis and all this extravagant bullshit just to post on social media.